Now, before this video starts, I just want to let it be known that this isn't me reflecting on my history with Capcom as a developer and a publisher as a whole, because I do love their games, but I'm not gonna go give you the whole deep dive into me and my love of their games, even during their dark time at one point. But there's neither here nor there, so we'll be getting to the real video in about 3, 2, 1. Oh, Capcom, I love you and the trajectory that you've been on for the last 8 or so years, I'd say. It's been nothing but up for y'all, and I am loving it. I've always been big on your games since I was a kid in elementary, and I had the internet to visit your website and look at the games you had coming soon on PS1 at the time. A long time fan, I am. I remember your lull period too, where it seemed like you guys were floundering about. You found some successes, but not too many. But y'all bounced back so well, and in the year 2026, y'all got a couple games that really, and I mean really, interest me. Today, I'm going to be talking about Pragmata and Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection, an action game and an RPG. And knowing you guys, Capcom, they're going to be quality games. So, let's dive into a little bit of my thoughts, impressions, and whatnot about their demos. Okay, so of these demos, we're going to start talking about the Pragmata Sketchbook demo first. I've been waiting on this one since this demo went primarily to Steam at first, but now it's everywhere else it seems, and I gotta say, man, I really like the gameplay of it. This demo is very short, but can be played a second time or multiple times with a different lunar suit that you can gain. Plus, Diana does a new drawing for you when you finish, which is super cute. But anyway, this is a third-person action game. You are taking the role of Hugh Williams, looking to get his way back home while stuck on this lunar colony with this small android named Diana. Her actual serial name is way too long to remember, but this demo dips you right into the action to get you used to how the combat operates. It's well done to help you out. You got your own gun that reloads over time, as well as the important component to this game's combat is, well, Diana. She can hack these machines that attack you to open them up for bigger damage, just as long as you're aiming down sights and using the face buttons to maneuver the little hacking sequence to get the damage. It's a very fun aspect in battle to me, but also a little nerve-wracking if you happen to try it and the enemy is kind of closing in on you. Yeah, it can get a little tricky there, but also I love the visuals in this game. This RE engine has been cooking, for lack of a better phrase. Capcom has not missed once with this thing, and I remember that from the last trailer in the game, I want to see more. Like, I think the boss fight that was present in this was solid on its own. Plus, I'm just interested in how Hugh and Diana will connect along the way. Like, they have like this budding little father-daughter dynamic between them, and I think it's really going to be something that gets us to connect to both of these characters when the game fully comes out in April. Like, she's adorable, and I think people will end up loving her as well. Plus, I love the little spot where Hugh laments about wanting to go home to Earth and she breaks the fourth wall on him.
That thing packs some punch.
How the heck am I gonna get back to Earth?
Hugh, I don't think you can get home from here. Because this is just the demo.
Oh, and also, like I said, if you beat the demo a certain way, or do something specific in particular during the demo, Diana's drawing will be something different each time. I think there's 8 different drawings. I only did it twice, so I have 2. I posted one of them on Twitter, but I thought that was a cool thing. Plus, getting the scribble suit is pretty funny as well. Also, this game has a lot going for it. Like, I think Capcom has a hit on their hands with a brand new IP such as this, and I am very much sold on it. I think Pragmata will be a day one purchase for me on April 24th when that day comes. Okay, so next up on the plate, we're going to talk about Monster Hunter Stories 3, the trial version. Now, I know of this series of games, but I also have only played the mainline Monster Hunter games, starting at World like years ago with my roommate and a couple friends. We got online, spent hundreds of hours playing that. Now, for the story games, I never played them. I know that they're straight up turn-based RPGs, and that speaks to me more than you'll ever know. So Monster Hunter Stories 3 sets up the story of you, the player, as a prince. You and your people have been learning a bit about monsters locked in these crystals. And the queen of the nation, your mother, finds an egg locked deep within one of these egg quarts, if you will. She brings it back and everyone around is looking on in bated breath, waiting on the egg to hatch. And you notice that there are essentially 2 heartbeats coming from it because apparently you are the chosen one. But the people around do not see this as a good thing as 2 of the same monster come out. It apparently portends a disaster on the horizon. So fast forward some years and you are the captain of the rangers in your kingdom and you're the only Rathalos rider there. There's also a possibility of a war getting ready to happen with another nation. You're caught in the middle of it as well because your mother is of that other nation. Yeah, there's a lot to be had in terms of this game's story, but it's all there, especially if you played the whole 10 or however many hours and all the side quests and everything. But let's get into my thoughts on the demo itself. In other words, this thing is hefty. There's so much to do in this. Oh my goodness. When you fire up the game, you get to create your lead character. You get to customize them and make them look however you want. And you just start the journey up. Now, mind you, I only played for about close to 3 hours. But within that 3 hours, I want to play more of it. The world is so good looking to me. This art direction is amazing. I love traversing the overworld with the monsters. Well, monsties, if you will. Finding fights to take on, gathering materials. It has a lot of the hallmarks that makes Monster Hunter with the smithy, the shops, and so on. I only intended on recording for about an hour and some change and ended up going longer. And well, I mean, JRPGs and RPGs really just make me a little giddy sometimes, especially with new ones. I love a new style of game. The battle system for this game has a few moving parts within it, with the triangle system that it has for attacks with technical speed and power attacks. You can attack at the same time as your monster partner, and or maybe even your hunter teammate and their monster can attack at the same time, or y'all can tag team up and pile on this monster. Enemy monsters even have their own weaknesses, but this stuff also applies to them as well within this turn-based system. The monsters fight with you, and if you get the kinship up with them, you can ride them and gain new attacks. Plus, you get attacks that are very close to like limit breaks or ultimate attacks. You can even tag team with your hunter partner and their monster to do like this 2-man big bang attack. It's insane to see, and it's so beautiful to watch happen. Like, you can even swap weapons mid-fight on your character, on your lead character, to fit the situation, to be able to stagger the monsters or break the parts that are on them to get more materials out of them. It feels good to play with, and the game teaches you everything you need along the way. You know, it's the beginning of the game. It's going to teach you what you need to know. It doesn't leave you hanging out to dry when you start getting new things or start learning something new. It doesn't do that to you. And you can get monster eggs from like dens all across the overworld to gain new monsters that you can hatch and level them and ride them into battle and across the world, because there's so many different ways of getting somewhere where you can get a lot of them that fly. You can go across the water. You get one that does aquatic travel. It's quite amazing, truthfully, man. I know that there's probably a lot that I didn't get a chance to dig into, but to me, this is such a really cool game. If you love the Monster Hunter franchise and you like turn-based combat, this is the one. Beautiful art direction, good music, the combat is very good, and so many possible references and monsters that are present you may recognize if you are a longtime fan. I couldn't ask this game to do anything else for me. I'm looking forward to this, and I feel it'll do great. This is hitting shelves on March 13th, so be on the lookout for it. Hello everybody, new day, new shirt. So yeah, I just want to thank you for watching this video. I have high hopes for whatever Capcom's got going on for the rest of this year, since we're in February. We're 2 weeks away from Resident Evil Requiem. Next month is Monster Hunter Stories 3, and then we got my game that I'm looking to get, Pragmata. And we still ain't got word on what day Onimusha gonna come out this year. Like I said, Capcom has been cooking up a storm, and it has been nothing but up from here. So I'll see y'all in the next video. I don't know what we're gonna talk about in the next video. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I love y'all. Take care. Peace.